Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, Collective. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So, this is going to be a shadow work message, but this is going to be the shadow work that the person who's on your mind is currently dealing with. So, this could be someone who you are no longer in contact with, or this could be someone that you are currently in a relationship with. You guys will know your story, so flip it where it needs to go. Every message may not resonate, so take what does and leave what does not, as usual. All right. All of my current followers and subscribers, welcome back, you guys. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. I can't say it enough. I so appreciate all of the Cash App donations you guys are sending, letting me know that the messages are resonating for you. To all of the incoming followers and subscribers, welcome to the family, you guys. Hopefully, you find my messages useful and helpful for you, and hopefully, there's something you can take along with you as well. And don't hesitate to check out the rest of the channel and the other messages. Okay? All right. So, let's see what the person on your mind is dealing with right now, collective. Let's see. And let's just see what advice maybe we can provide for them that might help. Maybe this is a situation, where you're aware of some of these things already, and maybe some of these will be a surprise to you. Well, let's see. Let's talk about it. Okay. Okay, so the first one that came out is positive change. It came out in the reverse. So it says, transform pain into strength and empower yourself, ascend, evolution, and free. So, with it being in reverse, collective, the person that you have on your mind, they are having a hard time with this right now. So, something painful has happened in their life. And this could be past trauma from childhood. This could be something that's happened recently, right? But either way, it is hard for them to create positive change. It's hard for them to transform their pain into their strength with this being in the reverse. So, whoever it is that you're dealing with, you may find that, they are easily discouraged. They expect things to go wrong. Maybe just in general, have a pessimistic type attitude. And it's hard for them to see things in a positive way because maybe things really don't usually work out. But it could be because they have this unresolved pain that they have not healed from and transformed from. And so it keeps them in this mindset of lack, of loss, of not being good enough, of insecurity. Okay. What else the person on your mind could be dealing with at this time? Then we have making peace. In the midst of adversity lies the path to self discovery. So this came out in the reverse as well. So, yes, again, the person that you're dealing with or on your mind, they have a hard time with seeing adversity as a tool for growth, as something to learn from, to find the lesson in. And they put themselves in this victim mentality because of this. When making peace is really about making peace with self. We're always going to have some type of adversity, some type of struggle, some type of challenge that we face. But once we go through it, we figure out how to get out of it. You have to make peace within yourself. You have to see that thing that you just went through, that you just grew through, that you just struggled through, crawled through, cried through, banged your head on the wall through, as a learning experience. And you have to take what it taught you and turn it into something that makes you stronger, that helps you to see who you really are. Okay. And then we have mental contest. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strength. Yes, just as confirmation to this message. We are talking about someone who really has a hard time seeing that struggles make them stronger, seeing that struggles are meant to challenge them on purpose in order to make them wiser, so that when they come across maybe a bigger challenge, they know how to deal with it. They know how to be emotionally balanced through it. But it is about mental strength. It is about, again, controlling your own thoughts, the things that you say to yourself, the negative thoughts need to be suppressed, but this person has a really hard time in doing so. It makes me feel as if this is the type of person who throughout their whole life maybe was always put down, or it didn't matter how well they did something, they had people in their life who always found a reason that it wasn't quite good enough, so they always felt inadequate. And so them dealing with these constant struggles or challenges, it's almost like reinforcing that they are still not good enough, and they don't have the training to know how to talk to themselves in a positive way, to see that the struggles and the things that they go through are not personal. They are meant to truly help them to grow and become better. What else? Deception. A slippery slope erodes trust. Honesty fosters connection and authenticity, integrity, transparency, and trust. So, again, just to confirm exactly what I was just saying, they've been around people for a very long time who have always been in this deceptive energy. So, integrity has been difficult. Transparency and trusting that things will work out for their highest good, work out for them in their favor, has been difficult, because when you are surrounded by people in deceptive energy, most of the time their thoughts about everything are generally going to be negative, or they're going to make it seem like they are supportive, but it's actually pretty shady, but they're going to cover it up, make it look nicer than it actually is. But it's deception, because there's no encouragement, because they would rather say to this person, you know what? Don't even worry about trying to fix that. Don't worry about trying to be better at that. Just let it go. It's not your fault. Keeping them in this victimhood mentality. What else? Wounded healer, and it came out in the reverse. The wound is the place where light enters you. Yeah, there's no healing from these wounds that they've experienced, and I feel like these are deep wounds. So this is not, oh, somebody at work lied to me yesterday and they said that we were supposed to have, pizza for lunch from the company, but it wasn't pizza, it was salad. No, these are deeper wounds. These are embedded in their brain, part of who they are, part of who they feel they should be, because it's what they're used to being. It's what they've been told they should be, or how to think about themselves. There has been no healing. There's been no empathy given to this person. They have not been made to feel like they have a purpose. And again, they've always been made to feel like nothing was ever quite good enough. Then we have having hope. Navigate your shadows with compassion and gentleness, grace, kindness, and self care. This is exactly what this person needs more of in their life. So, collective, if this is somebody who you are with right now, and you notice that they have a pessimistic mentality, if you have known them long enough and you know the people that they grew up around, it's probably evident where they have learned this mentality, why they're comfortable in this mindset. And if this is somebody that you love and care for, they are going to need to, in order to get past these negative thoughts about themselves, if you are a person that has hope, that is optimistic, that gives yourself grace, that, is kind and takes care of yourself, you are going to have to lead by example. If you are not already doing so, you may already be doing that. And it may be triggering this person to want to grow, to change their mindset, to give themselves a little bit more grace. But when somebody literally grows up with this mentality, again, because this is how they were raised to think, and the people around them, again, maybe didn't nurture them properly, didn't really encourage them to deal with their issues head on and grow from them. So maybe they went through life blaming everyone else for everything that went wrong. So they expect things to never go their way. And then instead of taking accountability and bringing themselves to a place of self discovery, learning from their challenge, they blame others for their lack of peace. Yeah, and that's why they don't heal. That's why they constantly feel deceived or attract people who are deceptive. It's what they expect from everyone. They don't really have a lot of hope for people to be kind and have grace and not be judgmental. And so this is what they need to work on. This is what keeps them stuck. And rather than being in an attitude of gratitude, they literally just are in the mindset of being the victim. And then the last one that came out was explore feelings, delve into insecurities and unresolved emotions, authentic closure and peace. It came out in the reverse because this is what they don't do. They haven't taken the time to truly go deep, like I said, because just like it's right underneath wounded healer in the reverse. They have not healed these deep emotional wounds, these deep emotional insecurities that have been unresolved for so long that they just think it's who they are. They think that that's the best that they have to give to anybody. It's almost like they go into a situation in a relationship, maybe even with you, collective, and they expect you to just accept that is who they are at their core because they felt like they had to accept it. And you may be pouring so much love into this person. And if that is the situation that you're in, I would imagine it is very difficult to get them to see themselves in the way that you see them. You probably wish that the person could see themselves through your eyes so that they can see how amazing deep down they truly are. But it's really about what they tell themselves that cause them to act out in ways that they usually regret, that usually are self fulfilling prophecies to their thought process of negative thoughts, of deception. So they don't have peace of mind right now. So, having you in their life collective, if you are this happy go lucky person with hope, I commend I commend you because it definitely takes grace. It takes you to be kind. It takes you to be loving. and self-sacrificing in order to try to lead by example.